Hello, everybody. My name is Sunday Adilaja. I'm here to introduce our program, our special program today, which is going to be with a very, very interesting person that is tackling one of the most serious problems that Nigeria has ever faced. And I've always been wondering, why is it that we don't see too many Nigerians talking about this problem, trying to resolve this problem? Not too many. The government is trying to do something, but not too much coming from the citizens and from public organizations, from NGOs and pressure groups. We are supposed to be having, with the level of problem that we have with Yahoo Yahoo boys and Yahoo Yahoo syndrome in general and Nigerian scams, the reputation, the way they are spoiling and destroying the reputation of Nigeria and Nigerians, we are supposed to have at least 500, maybe 1,000 organizations tackling this problem. But for me, and for my days, this is the first one, the first organization that I've come across that is really having a serious attitude towards resolving this cyber crime problem. And so I want to introduce you today to a gentleman from Nigeria by the name Rotimi Onadipe. Rotimi Onadipe is a man that has started a ministry in Nigeria that is about internet abuse and crime prevention. Internet abuse and crime prevention. So that's what we are going to be talking about today, how to prevent your family from internet abuse and internet crime, and eventually how to prevent your family from Yahoo Yahoo boys, and how to resolve the problem of Nigerian scams. In fact, most people who talk about this problem are foreigners. Foreigners, if you go on YouTube and put Nigerian scam or Nigerian, what they call it, 419 or something like that, in the West, they know them as scam, Nigerian scam. You will see that it is Americans, British people, Malaysians, and Thai people who are talking about it. Our people don't even talk about it so much. But right now, somebody told me that if you go to any institution in Nigeria, any university, that you will see all the universities that, if not 50%, no, the person even said maybe 70% of students are somehow connected to internet fraud. That they are all in some internet cafe, cyber cafe, and what most of them are doing there is not something serious. That is always these scamming people. And if the things is as bad as that, and I didn't know it's as bad as this, but people said it's as bad as this. If it's as bad as that, then it should be a national situation, a national problem that we should all, fight and pay attention to. But, the person that is going to be talking about it knows what he's talking about. He's been dealing with this for over 10 years, and he will be able to tell us more about this problem of internet crime and Yahoo Yahoo boys and abuse and all sorts of problems that has come into our lives with the introduction of internet. Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Rotimi Onadipe. How are you doing today? Hello.
I'm fine, sir. And you, sir?
Very well.
I'm fine, sir.
You are doing well? Yes, I hear you now. You are all the way from Ibadan, all the way from Ibadan, Nigeria.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you please tell us about yourself and what led you to begin to deal with this problem?
Yes. The issue of internet fraud, popularly referred to as Yahoo Yahoo, is a very serious issue and a matter of great concern. And I've been in this issue for over 10 years now, by the grace of the Almighty God. It took me over 10 years to begin to research. I went to some few countries to see what Nigerians are doing. And I was almost ashamed to call myself a Nigerian when I saw thousands of our youths They had nothing to do. All they do is to sit down on the laptop and begin to send scam mails. I met a young man in his early 20s. He's one of them also. He made me to understand that he was sending as many as 10,000 emails every day, at least.
My God.
Just to make sure there is, so that to increase his chance of getting a victim. And I began to ask myself, as technology not put us into trouble now, I begin to imagine. I interviewed several of them in a particular country whose name I would not want to mention now. They were so much that
if you don't want to mention, if you don't want to mention the name, then you are part of them because you are hiding them.
Then I will mention. Yes, I'm talking about Togo and Ghana now.
Okay.
To be precise.
Okay.
Togo, Ghana, Niger. I took my time to stay in these countries, interviewed a lot of our youths, and I began to wonder, brought you to all these things. Their reason was Nigerian poverty and things like that. And I began to ask them, is poverty an excuse to go into crime? And this is affecting us in different ways. So it's a very serious issue. I took my time to ask them questions. Some even went with their family. Imagine a man and his wife committing crime together, internet crime. The wife will sit down as the secretary of a fake bank.
Of what?
I began to ask myself, a fake bank now. The secretary of a bank.
How come bank?
So the wife, bank.
But what does bank have to do with it?
They will begin to send scam mails that this is a bank, they want to lend you money. And you know everybody wants to to borrow money. So these are one of the scam mails they used to send. So by the time the victim calls to confirm, it's the wife that will pick the call. And you know everybody wants to listen to a lady's voice, particularly all these foreigners, Americans, British, and many of them. When they hear a woman's voice, they want to listen. Unknown to them that these Yahoo boys, they have really and studied the weak points of these foreigners. A white man called me a few years ago. I was surprised when he said he has lost over $500,000. I began to ask, are you serious with what you are saying? He even said he traveled all the way from down to Nigeria.
From where?
All the way from his country, far Asia, down to Nigeria. And he was scammed, unknown to him. And in the course of my research, I began to see that these youths, they have gone far to study the weak points of their victims. Another interesting story. I was in Abuja, Nigeria, a few years ago. And I wanted to go and do some interviews at CBN. And I was surprised to meet another foreigner who was duped, and he ran down to Nigeria. Do you know this man was sent fake documents from CBN, believing he was doing a genuine business. He has lost a lot of money.
CBN, that is what? Because we have people who are watching who are not Nigerians. What?
Central Nigeria.
Central Bank of Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay.
These boys have gone far to the extent that they can forge any signature. They will even use a courier to dispatch their fake documents just to make it look real. So it took me several years, and I began to study their life. If you could have this kind of brain, why don't you use it positively? Why don't you use it positively? If somebody could sit down and begin to scam, cook a lot of stories, and you begin to send, and people will respond, and they will be duped. Why can't same brain positively? I met one he used to send as many as 15, 20,000 emails every day. Some send as much as 50,000. They have all these softwares with them. I saw many of these softwares, and I began to ask, how did you get all these softwares? So Yahoo Yahoo has gone beyond what we can imagine. So I can even say it's a spiritual problem. It's a spiritual problem. They go as far. There is no country you can't see.
It's a spiritual problem.
Now
spirit become Yahoo Yahoo.
Sir?
I said, is it a demon that became Yahoo Yahoo or what? 419.
What I mean, yeah, there is a spirit that controls it, sir. Once they step their hand into it, coming out will be they become addicted to it. A young man was telling me during my research, he said he knows over 50 different ways of defrauding people online. And he began to demonstrate it one after the other. A young man, very young man. So this is a very serious problem. And I'm surprised many people are not attending to this kind of problem. There is little that EFCC and ICPC can do. I used to say anytime I visit their offices, there is a little they can do. We need to work together. These boys, they have gone far. Some of them know more than the police. I can assure you this. Some of them have gone to the extent of studying
Studying what?
just to make sure the ICT.
IC?
As in going into ICT.
What is ICT?
Information.
Information. Okay.
Sort of.
IT. We call it IT here. Yeah. IT. All right.
We call it ICT here.
Yes.
So some of them go as far going deep into the courses just to make sure they are using it to defraud people. So the question is, how do we control it? I've been running a program on counseling every day. My line is always on 24 hours. People call and ask questions about what they are facing as far as cybercrime is concerned. Now, it's not easy for anyone to know the difference between a genuine and a fake transaction because of Yahoo Yahoo. You can receive fake alerts anytime, fake bank alerts, thinking it's coming from your bank, whereas some young boys have just manipulated the website of the bank and send you an SMS.
Wow.
It's as bad as that.
Wow.
Yes, it's as bad. So my preventive measure is to make sure every internet user enroll in my counseling program, because these things are too deep. You need to be counseled. You need to be educated on what these guys are doing. They have gone far. I'm telling you, 16-year-old boy would tell you, I can remove money from US anytime. Another one will tell you, once I have your ATM and I have a photocopy of it, I can withdraw your money. And it's telling you the facts. He will do it. 16, 17, these are promising children that will have become another Bill Gates in future. So we have this serious problem in Nigeria. And I'm happy that DSA team, they are raising a program like this. I was happy. The day I sent you email, myself and my wife, we were happy. We were singing praises to God. This will sound funny. I was very happy, because I say this, as an opportunity to let people know how serious the problem of Yahoo Yahoo is.
You are singing praises
It's
to
a very
God when you sent the letter,
yes.
or when you got the reply. I don't understand.
When I got response from you.
Huh?
When I got response from you, yes.
Okay, okay.
Because I saw it as an opportunity to let the world know what is happening.
Yeah,
People
what I'm
call me
feel,
every day.
what I feel is that
Yes, sir.
the Western people and
Sir?
Americans needs to see this video, and they will get in touch with you because they need to know, they need to work with a local authority like yourself so that they will know how to fight this crime.
That is exactly what we are saying. Why I said that was that I relate with Yahoo boys on daily basis. I counsel them from time to time. Some of them are changing, while some, it will take them time. So this is why I said, everybody, in fact, there is a program that I'm running now for every parent. We call it Phone Abuse Prevention Lecture. Phone Abuse Prevention Lecture, or Social Media Abuse Prevention Lecture. I encourage every parent to engage in that before a mobile phone to your children, so that they can have adequate knowledge about the dangers, the good sides and the bad sides of the internet. In fact, most of the people that are close to me, I meet parents now, they don't just buy their children a phone without first coming for counseling of this nature. The young boy will sit down, the parent will sit down, and we begin to talk on the positive and the negative sides of the mobile phone, so that these children will have been aware, they will have had earlier awareness before going into this Yahoo Yahoo. Because Yahoo Yahoo doesn't just start, it starts gradually. Gradually. Many of these young boys, they will have friends online, and from WhatsApp friends, Facebook friends. From there, they begin to introduce it to them. Any young boy that has gone through my counseling program, by the grace of God, he will have heard a lot of stories that will change his life. He will have heard about the bad sides and the good sides, how to overcome the temptation of Yahoo Yahoo. These young ones, they face this temptation every day. Imagine a young girl of 20 and somebody just meets her online and send her money, maybe 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira. How is she going to overcome that temptation when she needs money? These are the lectures, the seminar we give to parents and their children before they are given access to mobile phones.
Why do they?
So that when all this
why will somebody send that money?
Send,
why will somebody send a girl
sir?
money? Why would they send money?
That happens on daily basis online, sir. Yahoo boys are doing it every day.
For what?
I just like your picture and you send money to her. Very, very easy. This happens on daily basis, sir.
Is this because they want to recruit her to join their Yahoo Yahoo business?
Yes, yes. That's how it starts. That when the young girl starts enjoying the free money, the next thing they will do is to tell her, come and sit on my phone. The girl will now be chatting with her as her girlfriend. But the Yahoo boy would teach and educate the young girl how to, say some sweet words to the foreigner, to the victim. Gradually, the victim will start falling. Before you know it, they will just rush to the bank and begin to collect money. So this, after enjoying this free money, gradually, she will join. I've seen young girls that are already into Yahoo Yahoo, unknown to their parents. It's during my counseling program that I just voice out that, this is what they have been doing, this is what they have been doing. I'll say, for how long? You hear them, some of them will say 3 years, 2 years. Are your parents aware? They'll say, no, how can I tell my mommy? These are the problems. So when this young girl gets to the university now, she begins to do Yahoo in a very high level. And everybody will be surprised. I visit Agodi prison regularly. That's the Nigerian, now Correctional Service, formerly Nigerian Prison Service. I visit that place regularly to interview the youths, 2022, and you will be surprised that cases of cybercrime are more, they are more in the prisons now. Young boys. Young boys.
Do they have internet?
So,
do they have internet in the prison?
No, they don't have internet in the prison. I mean, these are the things they did that led them to the prison. That's what I'm saying. After being jailed, maybe after being caught. For example, now, just 3-4 months ago, I visited a federal high court in Ibadan. These are the things I do during my counseling program. And I was surprised to see a young boy of 20 facing cases of internet.
Oh, wow. I think someone is trying to call him or something. Okay. Someone was trying to call you or something. You disappeared.
Yes. It's okay now. It's okay now.
It's okay now, yeah. Sorry, you were saying something about court.
A young boy of 20. So I visited a federal high court just to see and, interview people. It's part of my research. It's what I do almost every time. And I was surprised to see a young boy of about 20, 21. He's already having cases of internet fraud, facing prosecution. So these are the issues. So as I'm telling you now, he's now in the prison now. He has been jailed finally. He's in the prison now. So these things are giving us a bad image before the international communities. Yes, it's giving us a serious bad image. So it's an issue of the time, and this is why I'm happy about a program like this. I'm very happy about a program like this, so that people can see what is happening. At what age should you give an Android phone? That's a big question. This has destroyed a lot of homes, particularly in my own city where I live now, in Ibadan. There are several cases of this nature. At what age should a parent hand over a phone to a young child of maybe 16, 14? At what age should you give your child a phone that this is your phone, begin to use it, so that we don't get into trouble? This is a very serious issue, sir. So I encourage all parents, even after giving your children mobile phones, encourage them to listen to our counseling program. It doesn't take time, it's free. We don't charge them. We don't charge them. When they go through this program, they will learn how to overcome temptations of internet, how to overcome cybercrime temptations, how not to become a Yahoo boy or a Yahoo girl in future, because these are the things that start gradually. So we encourage law enforcement agents, parents, even church. Yahoo Yahoo is now in the church now. I did a research which I titled
What do they do?
Scam.
What do they do in church?
I'm telling you now, from my research and the investigation I did several years on it, many Yahoo boys have gone to Bible school. I'm telling you a practical story now, sir.
Gone to Bible school?
Yes. Acquired the certificate and they start a church immediately.
Start a church?
I'm not telling you stories of internet, sir. I'm telling you research that I did. I met them one-on-one. We discussed at length. They went to Bible school. They acquired all the certificates and they started church.
My God.
And this was what led me to going through all churches to give them seminar on the danger, the perils of technology in the last days. That's the title of my message to the church. Perils of technology in the last days. It was the experience I had with those boys that made me to say, I have to visit churches to let them know what is happening. Yahoo Yahoo is everywhere now.
So they will become pastors.
So
Or do you mean they will become pastors?
Sir?
Yahoo boys will become pastors?
Sir, many of them are pastors now. A research I did. I have a comprehensive, sir. A professor was telling me I should make it a book. I said, God has not led me to put it in a book. Let me just begin to do my seminar and educate people. He said, what you are telling me, like a story, let's put it in a book so that people can read. I said, no, it's not yet time. When God leads me to have a book on that, I will do that. But for now, the Lord wants me to go on media. Let people hear what is happening. They are everywhere now. They are in Bible schools all around. I'm telling you.
They are finishing Bible school and going to start their own churches.
Hello, sir. The one I talked with last, he had masters in theology, a Yahoo boy.
Shineke. Sorry?
I have his phone number. We speak to time. I'm still counseling him.
I didn't hear that.
I said he had masters in theology. He wants to start a church now. I call him regularly, give him counseling programs.
And he's a Yahoo boy.
This is not the way to do it. He is a Yahoo boy to the core.
Shineke.
So this is why this is a serious matter. Churches need to pray very well, sir. They are everywhere. I'm telling you. I extended my research to churches in African countries. Yahoo Yahoo is everywhere. So my research was not limited to Nigeria. I extended it to outside Nigeria. I visited churches and I saw Yahoo boys. They have gone far. Let me just say it that way. So we need information. We need counseling. People need to listen to my seminar. People need to know what is happening. Some people will tell you it's not possible. Somebody that does not have your ATM cannot withdraw your money. I said, that's a lie. In Nigeria, it is possible. Internet fraud has gone beyond what we can ever imagine. These boys are going for courses on information technology. They are acquiring knowledge every day to defraud. So we thank God some of them are changing. But as some are changing, some are recruiting into the system again.
In the beginning,
Yahoo training centers.
Sorry?
Yahoo training centers. Yahoo training centers now.
Training centers?
Training. Like a school.
They have Yahoo training centers?
Yes. EFCC discovered one few months ago, and I began to laugh that these are the things we have discovered many years ago.
They are training Yahoo boys.
Yes. They will just invite young boys of 14, 13, and they will begin to train them. Different ways of defrauding online and offline too. So it's a serious issue. It's a very, very serious issue. So a platform like this is very important. People call me every day that they are losing money. I say, well, you need to begin to come for my seminars. Call me. We do online seminars. Yes, as long as you can make the call, I will give you the right information you need. You will not fall victims of Yahoo boys, and you will not eventually be tempted to become a Yahoo boy. These are the issues. It's one thing not to fall victim. It's another thing not to become one of them after enjoying their money. So it's a serious issue. Everybody needs to know what is happening. everybody needs to know what is happening. It is beyond imagination now. These boys are going far. So people need to know what is happening and how do we help them. So as I've told you, sir, my preventive measure is that people should come for counseling. They need to come and hear what is happening and how to prevent themselves and their family from falling into these dangers. The man just died, just 2016. He was defrauded here in Ibadan.
He died of what?
Scam. He was scammed. The wife was borrowing money and giving to this man, unknown to the wife that the man was defrauded. So by the time I got into the matter and I said, this thing looks like a scam, the man was arguing with me. He was even taking the documents to church to pray. That's another problem. He was taking the fake documents he got from the Yahoo boys to church to pray. God, you must do it. This money must come. And I said, Daddy, this thing, I think it's, yeah, no, the signature of CBN is there. CBN governor is there. This. I said, this is my calling. This is my field. This, what you are doing is not the genuine business. Before he realized, after taking the document to all the churches to pray on mountains, that the business, the payment should be made, he later realized that he was scammed. And that was how hypertension came in. Stroke followed before he later died. I was invited for the burial, but I did not go. I didn't. Now he left the poor woman suffering now. Where she borrowed money, she's still paying now. She has not finished paying. The wife and the husband is dead. Scamming. If people like this have listened to our seminars earlier, they won't fall victim. This is exactly where I'm going. Knowledge is power. What you don't know is above you. And one day you will fall victim if you don't have the right information about it. This is beyond education, and a professor can be scammed. A professor can be scammed. It is beyond I'm educated. No. These boys have gone far. They have gone far. They have all the materials to use. And once they use it, if you don't have the right information, you will fall victim. That is the problem. Pornography is another aspect of it. Yeah, that is common in our secondary schools now. I was surprised a proprietor invited me for a seminar right here in Ibadan. And when I went there, before the seminar, I said, before the seminar, I'll show you something. He brought an iPad. 3 young boys they slept with a GS3 student. They all slept with her and they recorded it on video. Is that not strange, sir?
GS3 student, how old would that be?
15. The one in SSO, the boys one is 16. I think the 2 other ones are 17. They slept with her and they recorded it. I saw the video myself. The proprietor showed me. Said, now, where will you start your seminar now? I said, this is interesting. These are the issues. Sometimes the faults are from parents. Before giving that young girl, that young boy, access to social media, has he gone for a lecture, a seminar on issues like this? Has he been counseled? This is the question. Everybody keep buying Android phone for children. Today, this one will buy 100. What are the dangers? Does she have the right information about these social media devices? Has she attended any seminar on the dangers of social media abuse? These are the issues. And this is why there are several rape cases in the prison now, in the court now. People don't try to attend to the source of the problem. We love, in Nigerians, we love to attend to a problem without attempting to solve the problem from the source. It's a serious issue, sir. We just face the problem, we don't face the source of the problem. And this is why there are rape cases everywhere. You see a man who sleep with the daughter, a brother who sleep with the sister. We don't ask, how did they start it? Is there any mobile phone around? What has this girl been watching before being engaged in such immoral acts? We don't ask questions. We don't ask questions. We just say, okay, there are rape cases everywhere. Why are people raping those young? Pornography is another serious issue. It's another serious issue. That 13-year-old girl, what is she watching on the social media? Parents don't care. That young boy that will lock himself up in the room, what is he doing? They don't ask. I saw a young girl with a, I began to ask, how much is this phone? She said 40,000 naira. I said, how old are you? She said 18. 18 years old. Oh, how did you get money to buy this? She said, somebody bought it for her. Somebody bought it for you. Your mommy? I said, no, a friend, a male friend. This is where the problem is. Okay, as a parent, when things like this happen, do you ask this girl sensitive question? How did you get this phone? Nobody cared to ask. Later, they will say the girl is raped. These are the issues. These are the information that we need to give to people on a daily basis so that the problem doesn't get to a level that we can't control it again. It's a serious issue, sir. So I want to encourage every parent to ask questions. Things are happening as far as internet abuse is concerned. In fact, it's a very serious issue in this technology age. As technology is advancing every day, so also crime is increasing. So we need to be careful. We need information. Nobody is giving out all this information because many of them don't have it. As I've told you earlier, sir, it took me over 10 years to do a comprehensive research on what is called Yahoo Yahoo. Why do people go into it? Why are they going into it? What led them to, going into cybercrime? How can those who are in it, how can they get out? These are the questions that people don't care, don't want to know. And it's affecting us every day. And that's why you see Nigerians, we don't see helpers anywhere.
We
When you
don't?
say you're a Nigerian, nobody wants to help.
We don't do what?
We don't see help. People don't want to help us because of the image. Because of the image. And there are talented youths in Nigeria. I can confirm this to you. Many of these so-called Yahoo boys, they are talented. It's only that their brain is being channeled to the negative side. They are talented. Many of them are highly talented. So what I do is, I'm not interested in prosecuting them. Well, if the case is in court, no problem. But just give me access to talk with these boys. Those are the things I need. And by the grace of God, many of them are changing. We can't continue to do something and do it. One day, there will be an end to it. So some of them are changing. I remember the one that came from, I think, India. He was there for, I think, 6 or 7 years. He has defrauded it from India, yes.
India, okay.
So India, Asia area. So I was able to talk with him. How did you live your life? And he explained everything to me. By the grace of God, he's a changed person now. He's a changed person now through the help of God. We started our counseling program with him, and God took control. He changed. He told me everything he did, some strange and unimaginable things. It was through him I got information that many of our youths are scattered all over Asia, that deceived their parents with university admission, but they are there doing Yahoo.
So
It's
they
another
travel
problem.
abroad and say they are studying. They went to study abroad.
Yes. In fact, they got admission letters sent to their parents. They were even sending results from the school, fake one. And the parents are happy. They were even sending money. Very interesting. I took one as a case study in Lagos. The boy is around 23. He has been in Asia for 4 years. The mother thought he was in final year. So they called me from Lagos that this young boy had been arrested in Asia and he will be jailed. I said, what happened? They said, they don't know. So I began to make my own investigation online. I sent a letter to the school, and I got a response that that boy was their student. He only got admission letter, but he did not follow it up. So after paying the acceptance fee, he did not pay any other money again. He was just collecting those money, and he went to Asia, and he was enjoying himself in clubhouses. And the mother thought he was in the final year. So I spoke to the mother. I said, I learned your son was not in school, that he only got admission letter, but he did not follow it up. He said, no, my son is in final year. I said, this is the information I got. So we began to, continue investigation. Later, they got a lawyer for him. They sent him down to Nigeria again. By the time I met him, he told me the same story, that many of them were there. They just deceived their parents. They just go to club, look for one Oyinbo woman, and begin to, go out with the woman. That's all what they are doing over there. Thousands of them. Thousands, unknown to parents. In fact, the white man, the dean of that university, told me, please tell the mother they should not send their children to Asia to school again. There are schools in Nigeria. Let them go to their schools in Nigeria. Because there were many there. I met the young boy and I told him, do you know the sad story? The mother was borrowing money to train this boy. She told me she had borrowed over 4 million, believing that after graduation, at least, she will begin to enjoy the fruit of her labor. So when she got this information that this boy was never in school, she only squandered over 4 million naira going to clubs in Asia with white women around. By the time the woman got the story, the true part of the story, the boy was deported back to Lagos. And I told the mother, please send him down to Ibadan. I want to see him. And I was happy the mother sent him to Ibadan. So I was able to interact with the boy very well. How did you do it? And he told me everything, that he was never in school. He just went there to enjoy himself for 4 years. Now 4 million is gone. The mother is dead now. The shock killed the mother at the age of 56. As I'm telling you now, the mother is dead. When she got information that all the money she was borrowing, this boy was never in school. The shock of that true story killed her. She's dead now. She died at the age of 56. I think now. These are the issues. So we want parents, churches, everybody, let them begin to listen to what is happening. As far as internet abuse is concerned, it's a serious matter. It is everywhere now. They need information.
Is it true? Is it true that if you go to campuses in Nigeria, that if you go to Nigerian campuses, that
Yes, sir.
most of the young people there are actually involved one way or the other with these Yahoo Yahoo scams.
Tell you that over 50% they are into it. Over 50%. At least from the research I did, the people I interviewed, I can tell you that about 50% may be involved in it.
In most in most campuses.
Yes, I'm telling you, that's what is involved now. If you are not a Yahoo boy, you are not in town. Yes, if you are not a Yahoo boy, no young girl wants to relate with you because they are the ones that are spending big money. They are the one that can send you 50,000 naira without seeing you, just seeing your profile picture. They will make transfer 20K, 30K. So everybody wants to, come join with them. So it's a serious issue. People need information. I met a young boy too in Ibadan. He's a student, but he's married. Himself and the wife were doing the Yahoo together. It's as bad as that. So, and they share the money together. And I want to say this. There are some white men, a lot of them, that all they want is they just want the Nigerian girls to just, open their nude pictures for them. There are so many white men that love these things. And through this, many of them have been scammed. Because it's that same girl that will introduce the Yahoo transaction to them. And having fallen in love with that girl, they will fall into the scam. This has happened. I've investigated a lot of cases on this. When they tell you a white man is scammed, then go deep into the story. You will notice that a young girl is involved that is a Nigerian. So that will be the trap that the Yahoo boys will use. So after the white man has developed interest in that girl, they will now begin to tell him this. Tell them that your daddy inherited some money from Abacha. Tell them they inherited some money from the local government. And because the white man has already fallen victim in love, he will believe the story. And gradually, he will begin to enter. Gradually, he will be scammed. This is how it happens. So, the white people should also learn a lesson from this. Yes. I've met young girls that say, me, I'm not a Yahoo girl, but if I see a white man that wants to see my naked body and he will send me good money, I will open it for him. Many of our youths are doing this. They are doing this, university girls. So it's a serious issue. It's a very, very serious issue. If people are aware about the danger, we can reduce the crimes. That's where I'm going.
But why is it that the Nigerian society is just living life as if these things are not even happening, especially if the schools, if the problem in schools is up to 50% of students? Why is it that parents, everybody is just living as if we don't even have a problem? The only problem they talk about in schools is the cult, the cultism. They talk about cults, but they are not talking about this one.
More than. Well, that's a very good question, Doctor. It's a very good and interesting question. Do you know that many people are benefiting from this Yahoo Yahoo thing? Those that are benefiting, they are not ready to talk about it. Yes, I did a very thorough research on this. Many people that are on it, they are not ready to talk about it.
So who are the people benefiting from it?
So many people. Let me give you I'm not trying to speak against the church, but do you know that many of the Yahoo boys that I talk to, they used to tell me they pay their tithes regularly. This may sound strange. Hello, sir.
So the pastors are benefiting from it.
Not all pastors, but let me say, some. Yes. You know why, sir? I love practical. When I'm talking about research, I love practical things. I have interviewed a Yahoo boy that in my presence, he showed me $100.
Showed you
and
what?
He said, see, I just collected $1,000. $100. A bill, just $100 bill. And he said, see, I just collected $1,000 from a white woman. I'm going to pay my tithe now. Before I spend this money, I must. I'm telling you practical things. These are the researches, and it's very painful.
I'm going to pay my tithe now.
Very, very painful. Yeah, in fact, it made me to understand that he will not spend a dime until what belongs to God goes to him. I said, you mean this belongs to God? It's a very serious issue. It's a very serious issue.
So he said
right
he just calmed.
He enveloped it.
He just calmed a European woman. I can't hear you.
Woman.
Something is wrong with your line.
An American woman.
An American woman.
So he was going to pay the tithe. It's a serious issue, sir. So who is deceiving who? That's the big question. So let me say some little things about what we do. When I meet any Yahoo boy, the first thing is to let them know that what they are doing.
You have to move. Can you move to this side again? Move to the other, yeah, like that.
So I always make them to understand that there is repercussion for what they are doing, and they need a change of heart. Well, some of them will tell you, be Nigeria Shirini, that is Nigeria. I say, what is in Nigeria? What is wrong about Nigeria? Osowoni, Agodo Fopolowa Shishe. I said, no, that would be wrong. So it's a serious issue. Once they are listening to my counseling, through the help of God, I introduce Christ to them. So that's how we begin. And we begin to counsel them. It's not a day job. Prayer is needed. Sometimes resources too. Because one happened in Ibadan. He already left the Yahoo business. So I was counseling him. And one day he just called me, said, so what will be my source of income now? I said, go and get a job. He got a job with a guy that was selling electronics. So they were paying him, I think, monthly.
How much monthly?
That money is 15,000 monthly. That was the salary. So he called me, said, this money will not feed me. I said, just begin to pray, just be managing it. One day he just called me, said, I've returned to my old business again. I said, why? He said, you know that dollar has increased now. Dollar is now over 300. And now I need money. So he went into all these old emails, the one that he has been doing before, and he just sent an email that business is open now again. And the woman sent him, I think, $200. So that was about 70,000. And he said he was fully into the business again. I said, why did you do this? I don't have choice. 15,000 cannot do me anything. That's another area. So we work on their heart. I tell people the real rehabilitation comes from the heart. When the heart is rehabilitated, then every other thing will become easy. A Yahoo boy that has not changed, that does not have, whose heart has not been regenerated, even if he has a job, and is being paid 500,000 naira every month, he will still be doing Yahoo because the heart is still full of corruption. That heart has not been regenerated. So we work on their heart. We give them counseling. We allow them to know that what you are doing, you can use your brain to make clean money. But you need to accept Christ first so that God can begin to order your life. So gradually, with prayer, with counseling, changing. But when somebody
don't
tells
don't you think that what you are doing is trying to empty, or what do you call it, try to fill the ocean with a spoon of water each time? I'm trying to empty the ocean with a spoon of even with a bucket of water each time. Your life will not be enough. So because the reason I'm saying this is because I know that there are a lot of Nigerian musicians who are singing songs that glorify this practice.
Yes.
And there is a particular musician that was fighting the other musician because the other musician was condemning it. And and then there is another song that I saw one day when they were saying mugu mugu or something mugu mugu. This was saying that the white people are mugu or something.
Yeah.
And that they will go shop dollar, that they will shop their dollar because they are mugus or whatever. So there are a lot, the culture itself, and people are dancing to it. So you are somewhere there in Ibadan, dealing with one person at a time, whereby there is, Nollywood and entertainment industry.
Yes, sir.
There is Davido and people like that, something Mali, people like that who are, glorifying this lifestyle. So it's like, you are in a failing business.
I understand what you're saying, sir. So it's a serious issue. So we are doing our best to to do the little we can do, and gradually, of them are changing. I have some testimonies. We have not gone far, but at least some are trying, and they are being rehabilitated. There is one now that is in the north now, working. Yes, he has gotten a shop. He's selling and he's making money, and he's not into Yahoo again. So if we look into the way that people are celebrating them, and we say we will not do what God has called us to do, we will be contributing to the problem again. So while we are doing it, I believe one day somebody somewhere will say, "Oh, let's join hands. Let's try it this way," and it will work out. Yes. So
let me try to explain to you in other words what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that you are resolving individual problems, whereby you are supposed to address the problem in a systemic way, because it has become a systemic problem. So what I mean is that you cannot defeat something that is a system by individual approach. So which means that you need to create a system, build a system that will counteract the system that is already on ground. So that way, instead of you catching the fish with a bait, just one bait like this, you can have a net that system is like a net as against just the bait. So for example, you could set up a system to partner with Nollywood as well. You could set up a system to partner with EFCC. You could set up a system to partner with all the secondary schools and primary schools in the country. You could set up a system to partner with all embassies, all embassies in Nigeria. You could set up a system to partner with all police stations in Europe and in America. You could set up a system. Sorry?
I said you are speaking the mind of God. All this you are telling me are on paper, even in my office here. they are on paper. So God is just using you to confirm what is on ground. I have written to some police stations. I have sent messages to, in fact, a seminar we had 6 months ago. It was a retired commissioner of police that just sent us a token, just So I'm just trying to enter the system. And I was happy. This commissioner of police, I've never met him. Somebody introduced this program. In fact, he saw it online. And he was able to send me a token just to take care of a seminar I wanted to have in a local community on cybercrime prevention. So what you are just saying, God is just using you, sir, to confirm what he has told me to do. So you are speaking the mind of God to me. And I'm very happy about that, sir.
And why are you not doing something like what I'm doing now? Why are you not doing daily or weekly broadcast and on the internet? Because that is where they are using. But if you want to get them, that is their territory. You've got to go to their territory. And then they would know that at least when there is somebody that is raising this topic, you become a point of contact.
That is what I'm trying to do now. And your ideas, sir, will also be welcome. Yes, any ideas that come to you, like this one you are telling me now, I'm even adding more from what you are saying. And every idea you have for me will be appreciated. Will be highly appreciated. But you are speaking the mind of God. What you have just said are the things that God has told me to do.
You need to write.
And this was why I wrote some.
You need to write a letter, just like you wrote to me. You need to write to the European Union.
Yes.
EU.
Yes,
you need to write to the European Union. You need to write to UNICEF.
Yes.
You need to write to United Nations. You need to write to American government. You need to write to FBI. You need to write to CIA. You need to write to all security organization, M16. You need to write to all the organizations that are fighting cybercrime in the world and, become their partners.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you need to write to
sir.
Interpol.
That's a welcome. I really appreciate that. That's a welcome development, sir.
Yeah, it has to be a systemic something. You have to make it a systemic something. And you need to write to the presidency in Nigeria so that they will partner with you. You need to write to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Police, in charge of police. You need to write to every state government. You need to start a program for parents on television. You need to write to every television station that you want to be leading a program like this.
The program for parents is already on ground, but it's not yet on the media. I hold meeting with all parents every month, but it's not yet on media. So that's what we are trying to put in place now. Like 2 months ago, I spoke on the TV. It was a live program on this same issue. It was a short live program for like 10 minutes. People are aware about the problem. So you have picked the I really appreciate that.
Okay, let me see if we are going to have some calls. It's because people are watching us from all over the world, and I want to find out maybe some people would like to contribute and maybe also speak the mind of God, like you said, to you, and give you some suggestions. Please show his information so that you show his contact. Anybody that wants to call into the program, please, the way to call to this program is to go to Facebook Messenger. When you get to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents. Move Agents, Matic. Move Agents, Matic. One word, Move Agents, then Matic in front of it. And just write to us, send us an SMS or a text message and say that you want to call into the program. Just say you want to call, you want to contribute, you want to say something, and we're going to call you back. So go ahead and write to us. And also for people who might want to go deeper so that they are not deceived and your family members are not deceived as well, I have some of my books here. One of them is called Rid Yourself of Shallow-Mindedness. one of the things that make people to go into this kind of activities is because of shallow-mindedness. And one of the things that allows the parents not to notice why their children are going to activities like this is also because of shallow-mindedness. What Brother Rotimi has described, that parents don't know what's going on, even pastors don't know, is because of shallow-mindedness. So this book about shallow-mindedness will help you not to be shallow in relations to things like this. Then there is another book that I have here, which is directly in line with what we are talking about. The book is called Truth, Non-Truth, and Lies. So Yahoo Yahoo scam is non-truth and it is lie. And only truth can set us free. You shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. So that's what this book is about. It's about truth that sets free from lies and from non-truth. So you can get all these books on Amazon or in Nigeria or Africa by going to dsabooksplanet.com. We have a caller already? You already now? Hello? Do we have a caller there? Good evening. Who is calling from where? Kelvin calling from Austria. How are you, Kelvin?
Fine. And you?
Well, I'm doing fine. I want to hear your contribution about this topic today.
Yeah, my contribution is what this brother is saying. The brother is really so on point because a lot of young people in Nigeria, they are into these internet fraudsters, scamming people all the time, and this is really, really a big problem in the country.
Wow.
Really a big problem.
Wow.
From 14 upwards, if you can read and write, then you are good to go. They can recruit you.
Wow.
Yeah, this is really a beautiful, and really for my own state, this almost, I can say 70% of the youth, this is what they do.
In what state?
This is Delta State.
Delta State. Well, you have oil in
Yeah.
Delta State now. Why should you be doing?
Yeah, they don't care about this anymore because this is like what is the happening now? What is the trending? I would say the trending.
So this is what is in the vogue now.
Yes, in the vogue now. This is what everybody, all the youth want to do because, and even some parents, they support it because when you see a child, your child of 20 years old, he drove a car of like 10 to 15 million home, and you know that your child have not worked. Where did he get this money from? They don't question them. They just celebrate them. That, okay, God have blessed my child. God have blessed. And they encourage other children, other little children from 17, 20 and above. They want to do the same because so many of them want to drive big cars. They want to build big houses without working.
It's a big
this
problem.
Is really a big problem. Yeah, this is really, really a big problem. And as the brother said, in my state and the city I came from is Warri. They have some other boys that recruit some young boys. They have like they call it, I don't know. It's just like a cartel.
They are recruiting other young boys.
Yes, they have house like maybe like 3-bedroom, other 4-bedroom flat. They put some boys on the room. They give them a particular room like a conference room in the night. Then they have all of them have laptop, like 15 to 20 people. They sit down there. They teach them how to scam people, and this is just the main thing going on there.
My God.
This is just the main thing. It's really a big problem. And if this brother speaks so much, they can come from this, they can come for him because a lot of people are benefiting from it. Some parents are benefiting from it, some pastors are benefiting from it, some herbalists are benefiting from it. A lot of people are benefiting
wow.
from it.
I didn't know it's on this scale, though.
Yeah. So many people know about this because a lot of people are benefiting. So the brother needs to be very careful because there is a way we speak on this issue. They will come for him and they will attack him so much. They will say there is no job in the country. This is the only way we can. Need to speak bad about it. If you want to speak bad about it, go and create a job for the youth. This is what they will tell him.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kelvin. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Wow. Rotimi, this is a call from a Nigerian in Austria who said 70% of the young people in his state which is Delta State, he thinks that they are involved in this scam. And he said they have older people who are recruiting them and everything like that. And he said you should be careful that because too many people are benefiting from it, and if you are not careful, they could come for you.
Mm. Can I comment on that?
Yeah, please.
Well, this issue is not even new. The recruitment they do is not new to me. Yeah, I did a lot of research on this issue. In fact, if I tell you my experience in Niger, Republic of Niger, you will be surprised, sir. They are even more in that place than Nigeria. So it's well, I'm doing what God has sent me to do, and by the help of God, some of them are changing. In fact, for your information, I'm not afraid of them. I relate with them on a daily basis, and none of them has ever planned to harm me. In fact, I pray for them in my closet. This may sound strange. Part of my daily prayers is that anywhere a Yahoo boy is, the Almighty God should touch his heart so that he can change. Because at the end of the day, one day we will leave this sinful world. Yeah. So I'm not afraid of them, friends. And I relate with them on a daily basis. So and God has used me for some of them. I'm saying it. God has used me actually for some of them. So it's not new. In fact, when I went to, I think, Ghana, I met one that recruited about 10. He brought 10 boys from his hometown. He bought laptop for every one of them. All they need to just begin to send scam mails from morning to evening. It's not even new. I entered there, I interviewed him, interacted, I introduced myself. He did not harm me. He just said I should keep praying for him so that he would change. Another question, do you know that they have kingpins among them? They have chairman. Sir, are you aware that they have ranks? There is chairman, there is secretary, there is, among them there. Hello, sir.
I'm hearing you.
Yes, sir. They have chairmen, they have secretaries, they have top ranks. And I've been able to meet some of them. If I was introduced to their chairman, this would sound strange. The chairman of them, he was not scared to even introduce himself to me as a chairman of Yahoo. I was smiling, it was smiling. And we exchanged words. How do you intend to change? He said, well, God will change him one day. He even told me that he knew he would become a pastor one day. That sounds very interesting. He's a chairman of all those boys. He has many passports. Many, not even one. Phone lines more than 20. He has line for Austria, he has line for America. Free. They are all on his tables and I was smiling. So maybe it's God, I don't know. I relate with them. In fact, some of them are free to discuss with me anytime. So my prayer is that God, as He's changing someone, He will change. He will begin to change them gradually. They are talented, as I've told you, channeling their brain towards the negative sides. So that is just it. Some of them call me when they have issues. Please, so what can you advise us? And I will advise them. So I'm not new in it. I've been on this for over 10 years.
Well, I think...
And none of them are...
I think we still have some people who want to call. So if you want to call to this program and share your own thoughts about this, please go ahead and go to Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger, when you get there, look for Move Agents, one word, Move Agents. And when you get there, just write and say you want to call or you want to contribute. Facebook Messenger, Move Agents, Matic, and write and say, I want to contribute, I want to say something. Just send SMS and we will call you back. Hello, who is calling?
Hello, DSA. Good evening, sir. It's Peter from Belgium.
Peter from Belgium. Yes, just make sure you speak loud.
Yeah,
You speak louder.
yeah,
How
yeah,
is
DSA.
Belgium
Thank you
today?
for. Yeah, Belgium is cold. Very cold. I think Belgium is colder than Ukraine now, I think.
Okay.
Very cold. It's very cold. Yeah. Thank you, DSA, again, once again, for this wonderful program.
Yeah.
It's unprecedented that this kind of topic will be discussed. So it was like something I didn't expect at all. But yeah, it's something I didn't expect, because the way God is really using you with this platform to reveal and open eyes, bringing some deep evil that is seeing things that is really wrong with our society.
Yes.
It's really wonderful, because I think when the end of a thing is coming, you begin to see the light. You begin to see things expose. You begin to see information, things that is really wrong. This thing has started a long time, DSA.
Yes.
These values, even when I was in Nigeria 15, 16 years ago.
And people are quiet. People are quiet about it.
Yeah, they are quiet because, when I started I started listening to you, started following your messages and following your I begin to understand what is value system.
Okay.
What is mindset?
Yes.
What is all these things don't exist in Nigeria. It don't exist in our country.
Okay.
All this thing that we are talking about today, even in our schools. Imagine, DSA, if a lecturer can be scammed, can scam a student.
Are you serious?
Yeah, these things happen. Lecturer, all these things in the church. Everywhere you go, somebody can say he wants to look for a job for you, and maybe you give him his CD. Maybe genuine person. I'm a director in this company. I will help you. They will scam the director or somebody in charge will scam. You say that I don't have. I mean, these things. Many things are happening in Nigeria, DSA.
No values.
No value. No value. Everybody's just running after material things, and when I started listening to reading books, and most especially, what's it called? Our church creates economic recession.
Yes.
There's a lot in that book. I've not even up to chapter 5 of that book with my message. A lot. I will go back and front. All these things that we are saying now is in that book. Because the values, the system that we are living, because when we started hearing 24-hour miracle, something like 24-hour miracle.
Yeah.
They say, where do you think it's coming from? We don't have to shy away from this.
It is scam. Scam.
Yes, it's a scam. 24-hour miracle is a scam. And when you go to our churches in Nigeria, all these big names, because this man is in Nigeria, this guy is a very analytical guy, he's a thinking guy, he's a guy of process. The guy have things. He really go in it, and you have already given some guidelines where if he really wants to go far, many people along about this with him. Because for somebody to have this idea alone, to know that this is a big problem, is a thinking person.
Yes.
So now, where all this problem is from our churches.
Yes.
I will not give it to any government or whatever, because the population of Nigeria, youth generation, this generation that we have from like 40 years to this time, everybody have different denomination.
Yes.
And when you are in a church, when you don't have money, you don't pay tithes. When you don't pay all those pay, you will not be recognized. And they celebrate when these guys, they go to church to give thanksgiving when they bought a new Jeep or a new car. When they celebrate, they don't work. They don't ask them what they do. Sit in the front row of the church. Some of them, as he said, many long time ago, I've noticed that many 4-1 go to open church. They are going to Bible school. That is facts. That is a fact.
Wow.
Church have gone. When you see when the leaders are doing the same thing, other people will come because there's no control. There's no control. There is the same thing those big names, pastors, GOs are doing. Is the same. The new generation that is coming now is a big problem. They are more ambitious. They are more ambitious to drive a private, to have a private jet, to have a flashing car, to have a house, to be called Lord. And this is a big problem. Even father, the parents, because they don't question anymore. They will say when a child of a boy, a teenager of maybe 18, 19 years in Nigeria, in my own state, bring a Mercedes or a Benz Jeep come home, the father don't ask where he got the money from. Many parents, 90% of our parents, they don't ask anymore. It's only those ones, very few, that we challenge where this money is coming from. We talk about Asia. Asia is too far. Go to Ghana. You talk about Benin Republic. They are Ghana. That is the reason Ghana were making problem the other time. I sent a money to Ghana to bring one of my niece home. He was just 18 years old, 17 years old. They recruit him. I have to look for a contact to bring him back immediately.
Wow.
To Benin.
Wow.
And it's a big challenge, GSA. This is a big problem. And what I never knew that we would talk. You were able to find somebody that will touch this issue. These are things that our churches in Nigeria are supposed to address, but they encouraged it. Before you become a member of a choir member or wherever, a leader in the church, you know that you are paying your dues. They don't care where you get it from.
Yeah.
You are paying your dues completely. So, I mean, it's very. I don't know where we should start from at all in Nigeria. I don't even know. Sometimes I think. But thank God that things are being revealed. Revelation is coming, and where we come, because many this program that you are my Nigeria mindset, transformation of Nigeria, the revelation from all these things from the church is going far. It's going because people, our journalists, or our TV station, newspaper, actors, actresses, all these people, or the so-called Hollywood, Nollywood, they don't know. They celebrate this. They celebrate this by their music, by their acting. You will see in Nigeria, yes, I'll say this. You will see all these when they have a show like somebody wants to come and make funny joke. You know that it's only in Nigeria. I know that they will sell a table for like 5 million naira. A table, round table. one person.
Crazy. Crazy.
5 million, sometimes 2 million, 1.5 million. Because people just want to hold a microphone and come to laugh. And these are the things that is enticing the young generation. Because there is a competition. You are not being recognized. You are not being celebrated when you have a first class in your school, or when you finish your school, or when you learn your hand job. Nobody recognize you. And all this value comes from our church, so-called church in Nigeria. This is where the problem is, DSA.
Yeah.
When we're able to tackle this problem and call the government attention to things that is happening in our so-called religion body in Nigeria, because these people are scammed. The pastors are scammed. What is going on in Nigeria today? From Winner Chapel, what they call
Shiloh.
Shiloh is a scam. I said it on my video Twitter. It's a scam. Scam. The biggest scammer, they are the pastors. Those big names, those people, all those we know in Nigeria. It's scam. Then in January they will start another one again. What do you expect? In January they will put them in fasting and hungry, and they will have them to give them their first fruit and offering. January again, that will start. We empty them for like 2-3 weeks, a different program, and everybody will run a tasketa. This is a big problem. That is where the problem comes from, Jesse.
Yeah.
That is the reason we will not rest until they hear it, until the message will get to their head.
Amen.
Because the generation that we have today, DSA, they are very intelligent, they are very brilliant, but in the wrong way. And
thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you, DSA. I'm very grateful very happy for this wonderful program. Every program that you present, all that you have done. I mean, DSA, I don't know how to say thank you, but I will say, I mean, it's great. I'm grateful that I know you. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Well, that's another caller we have from Belgium, who is confirming what you are saying. He is from Edo State. And he's saying that even his nephew was recruited to go to Ghana to be doing this thing. And he had to send money so that they will buy him back. They will, find a way to bring him back from that business and bring him back to Nigeria. That is how bad the thing has gone.
It's very bad.
Okay, I think we have another caller that will come. So while we are waiting for the call to get through, I want to say, for us not to be deceived, look at the book there, Truth, Non-Truth, and Lies. It's a book that will help us to renew our mind and to be informed so that we are not also deceived and our children are not deceived. Parents are not deceived. Children are not deceived. Youth are not deceived. So this book will be able to help you. I think we have a caller now. Hello?
Hello, Mr. DSA.
Yes, sir. Can you speak louder? Who is speaking from where?
Yeah, this is Wilson calling from Germany.
Yeah, Wilson. Yes. How are you, sir?
I am fine, thank you.
How is Germany?
Germany is beauty, just like before.
And it's cold?
Yeah, no, it's normal, So we've been here for a long time, so
you are used to it.
So I'm used to it,
Yeah.
So how is over there in Ukraine?
Yeah, it's also, it's normal here as well. So some people who are new, it might be cold, but it's normal.
That is good. How is your family and everyone?
Family we are doing fine, thank God.
Give God the glory.
Amen.
My contribution goes this way, Since ever I've been contributing with your program, I think we are having the same mindset, positive mindset.
Okay.
That's all what we need on earth,
Yeah.
Without positive mindset, there is nothing. So if our creator is positive, so who are we?
Yeah.
And if you see positive, then the children are supposed to be positive. So that is just politics.
Yes.
And with positivity, they will be able to see light.
Yes.
Be able to see him as light.
Yes.
About Africa, Africa as a whole, the reason why we are behind is because of negativity. And it is all about king, tradition, and all that kind of a thing. So what I like to contribute about this issue today is what the people so called pastor are doing in that Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's not that what it takes at all to see light in that country, in that nation, or in that continent. So we have to start. We have to start. We have to start from roots.
Yes.
Because our forefathers have failed us.
Yes.
And they failed us. Then I think what we need now is for us that have seek light, begin to use that light to bring light into that kingdom. What I'm saying is this, all those people so-called pastor or men of God, they are not men of God.
Yes.
They are after there is about negativity,
Yes.
about their forefathers, what they believe, idol worshiper, king worshiper, saints worshiper.
Yes.
But they don't know how those things comes out. They don't know the reason why they are on earth. They don't know the reason why the creator, our creator, made life.
Yes.
So that life that he made is what we will seek.
Yes.
So how we do that is we start from that place called church, which is not church. It's
shrine.
I call it shrine because that is not. It's not any place where people gather that you're telling me you are not. It is not the right place to see God because God is a spirit. If God is a spirit, then why should you now be looking at Him in a house built by human hand?
Yes.
So what we do my thought, what my mind is telling me, which is positive that I know I have in me, is the EFCC have to start from that
From
place
the
called,
churches.
from the shrine, not churches,
From
but
the
shrine.
shrines.
Yeah, they have to start from the shrine, and before anything, they should start going around. They should form more people, more intellectuals, because when I'm talking about intellectual, I'm talking about positive mindset people.
Yes.
People that knows who they are, knows the reason why they're on earth, know where they come from, and know where they are going to. So they should form. There are a lot. If they don't have them, who knows who they are, that will intellect them, that will tell them who they are, that will teach them that positive, put that positive spirit in them, so that they're able to use that positive spirit to start controlling that shrine, and put light into that place called house of God, because it is not house of God, it is house of demon. It is house
Yes.
of materialism. It
Yeah.
is house of darkness. So what they will do, anybody that said that that God calls you, then show me what you have in you.
Yes.
Show me that what makes you called by Creator. Because if Creator calls you with knowledge, with wisdom, with understanding. And if Creator called you, it calls you with this positive spirit of the scriptures.
Yes.
Scriptures were written by the Holy Spirit, truth. It was written by truth. So that truth that is in every man is in every from the Creator is in every man.
Yes.
So if you know that He calls you, then you show me what you use you to create first before you could begin to teach people with that positive spirit. Because without that, it can never work out. So if you say He calls you, then what has He used you to create? What has He used you to show that you are light? Because if your Creator is light, then you are supposed to be light. So you see all those what they call musician or whatever, or entertainer or whatever. All those things have to be bound. It has to come with mindset, positive mindset. If you are playing music or you are doing anything to the society, it has to be from teaching, from
Yes.
through Holy Spirit.
Yes.
It has to be educating, so that the younger one will begin to learn from there. And as soon as they are learning, then they will begin to bring out that knowledge that is in there. Because every creation on earth, every human being on earth has purpose on earth. So
Yes.
if you anything that you are doing here, you have purpose, and that purpose is what you will use to create in the environment, in that place you come from. So if you don't have that, there is no way. So what am I saying? Like, everybody that said you are a man of God, you are teacher of God, it's time to stop preaching, not preach, because Holy Spirit is teacher. Holy Spirit is teacher. It's about educated. It's about knowledge. So anything that we are doing in the community have to be something something knowledge from our Creator. Then if you are teaching your whatever your members or whatever, so you should know the purpose of that teaching that you are teaching them. You should know that everything that you are teaching them have to correspond with the scriptures, so that if you are teaching, other people are teaching, it has to be one, because God is not two, God is one. If the Bible is one, the word of God is one. And if the word of God is one, so every word have to be one. And let them know that positive that is in them. And let them know the word that they uttered. Let them know that meaning of that word that they uttered. So then light will begin to shine in the community. So, like king or elder or whatever, you see, those king and elder are the ones sending those people to go and work for them. They're preaching to them to go and start scamming the world. Because what they believe is about sitting down, you go and work for me, I collect, and I will use it to collect what other people made, what God used other people to make. So who are you then? If you sit down, how would food come to you? How would you now see that light in you? If everybody is sitting, how would we eat? I don't think you understand what I'm talking about.
We get it, yes.
So it has to start from the society, from that place they call house. Because now, if you fail from school, because all these things are supposed to be teaching in the school. So then, if you want to form an organization, let that spirit of positive have to start from there. And as soon as it's starting from there, then the people will begin to receive their calling. So that is the little one I have today. And thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so very much, Wilson. That is Wilson from Germany. I think let's go back to Mr. Rotimi Onadipe, because he might be wondering. I don't know if he's hearing the contributions or not. Hello, sir.
Yeah. I heard contribution, but I can hear your own voice.
Okay, because for you to have heard, you needed to wear a headphone. Well, so people are just contributing and saying, he was saying that the church, everything starts with the corruption in the church, that if the church changes, the society will change. Well, I want you to give your final word to our time is coming to an end, to give your final word to the audience, to the people watching from all over the world, and then we're going to be able to say bye-bye to them.
Yes, what I want everyone to know is that the information that I'm giving out is for every internet and non-internet users. So they all need this information. And I want to encourage them to call if there's any question you need. As far as internet scam is concerned, I am 24 hours available. I receive calls on daily basis. In fact, I don't off my phone so that people will not get into trouble. And I can tell you that many people, through the calls that I received, some people escaped attempted suicide.
Wow.
Yeah. A transaction that will have led some people to commit suicide after calling.
Hello? Okay, now that's not with you. Well, the internet just went bad on our on Payaview, sir. Hello? Are you there?
Hello, sir.
Okay, with the internet was bad. Yes, we are hearing you now. We are hearing you.
Yes, I'm there. Okay, I want them to keep calling and ask questions on this subject matter. My line is 24 hours open to receive their questions, and I will answer them gladly.
Thank you so much.
So because there are yes, people are confused. Some people don't know the step to take as far as this issue is concerned. So let them keep calling so that they can be properly guided and they won't fall victim of all these scams.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
And to parents too. Parents, you keep calling. They should ask questions so that they can be properly guided.
And Europeans who have been deceived also can call you.
Call. If some do you know that some people are on this transaction for 10 years and they don't know it's a scam? 10 good years, still communicating and sending money. So these people need to call and ask questions, and we will properly guide them. And number of suicide victims will be reduced because people are committing suicide every day. I mean, those that have been scammed. You will hear this one, a loan of $1 million. He has lost it to scammers. Every day this is happening because these people lack information. So this is why I said, let them keep calling, ask questions, so that we can guide you properly.
Thank you so very much.
I appreciate
Thank you
sir.
for coming, and
Thanks
we
for
pray
having
that this program would have exposed you more to the world and that something good will come out of it in Jesus' name.
It will. There's another thing I want to add.
Yes.
A magazine from me will be out in early next year by God's grace.
Okay.
It's on abuse prevention.
It's
a magazine, internet abuse prevention. It talks about all these things we are talking about.
Okay.
So it will be, just as you have enlightened me the other time, we'll be sending it to all anti-corruption agencies. Police will have it, students, colleges will have it, so that they can be properly guided and they can always ask questions on the subject matter. So as soon as the magazine will be released, I will give you the information, sir.
Very good.
So that people can be aware, the user can have it to guide them.
Excellent. Thank you so very much, Mr. Rotimi Bolaji Onadipe. And, may this program be used by God to set a lot of people and families free in Jesus' name. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Blessings.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Okay, so that's it from us today. How to protect your family from Yahoo Yahoo scam. We pray that this will set a lot of people free. Thank you for being with us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Blessings.